Synopsis of Inside Out 2's plot. Any child has to go through puberty, but Riley, our 13-year-old protagonist, is facing her most difficult test to yet. Riley's life is about to take a turn for the better when hockey camp approaches, leaving joy and the other emotions in a state of bewilderment and anxiety. And with that, fresh feelings are emerging at HQ: anxiety, envy, embarrassment, and ennui, French for boredom. In the end, the latter causes more problems than she solves, turning Riley into an unrecognizable mess, seizing control of the headquarters, and expelling the old emotions, headed by Joy. Essentially, the narrative retells elements of the first movie, with Riley delving deeper into a panic attack fraught with anxiety. It's a very basic coming-of-age tale, with Riley sacrificing her morals to blend in with the cool people. And what about the old feelings? Anxiety takes over headquarters and resolves to eliminate all previous feelings. She is adamant that Riley no longer needs joy. All of them are suppressed and kept apart from the fresh feelings. Riley's sense of self is eliminated as well. Suppressed emotions such as joy, sadness, fear, disgust, and anger are carried to the vault. Riley's deep, dark secret and an old kindergarten guilty pleasure, which is played out like a parody on Dora the Explorer, are among the other suppressed concepts that are there. How does Riley's anxiety affect him? Anxiety chooses to continue acting as though Riley is someone she's not, alienating her friends Bree and Grace in the process as the core emotions attempt to return. Embarrassment, which occasionally goes hand in hand with melancholy, helps her hide her when sadness makes her way back to the main console. Joy and anxiety eventually clash, with anxiety becoming victorious. She devises a scheme to enter the coach's office covertly and peep at her red journal. This provides specifics about her opinions of each player. Riley discovers a note that says, "Not ready yet," next to her name when she arrives in the coach's office. Anxiety attempts to convince the coach otherwise by brainstorming, with a physical storm of thoughts. In order to discover Riley's actual sense of self, Joy and company go to the back of Joy's mind. Joy, however, starts repeating a phrase that Riley is beginning to internalize: "I'm not good enough." Of course, a lot of us have experienced this previously. What occurs with Joy? Embarrassment combats anxiety and eventually aids sadness. Regretfully, it ruins the soul path back to the other emotions. Joy is unable to put an end to her anxiety. She then utters the most poignant sentence in the whole film: "Perhaps this is what happens when you grow up. You experience less joy." This also explains why Joy's influence at HQ has decreased and why other emotions are now more prominent. She's still determined to restore Riley's sense of self, though, having taken lessons from the first movie. When the hockey game begins, Riley has a grand plan to show off by soloing every goal and eliminating every opponent. While all of this is going on, Joy and her companions utilize Pochi, the animated monster from Riley's vault, to retrieve some dynamite, blow up a way back to headquarters, and overwhelm Riley with a wave of memories. How does anxiety become unmanageable? After knocking Grace down in an attempt to score, Riley is compelled to enter the penalty box. Regretfully, anxiety spirals out of control due to all of this pressure, and she spins around the console, fighting to keep everything in check. Riley grips her chest and is gasping for air. She is obviously experiencing a panic attack and is finding it difficult to remain composed in this stressful situation. While anxiety runs out of control at the console, the other emotions manage to return to headquarters despite the dire situation. Joy approaches anxiety and tells her to release Riley. Riley's sense of self eventually fades and is replaced by other feelings, which reassure her that she is a good person. After giving up the console, anxiety apologizes to Joy and says she was only attempting to assist. The realization by anxiety that they are unable to decide Riley's level of coolness is reminiscent